Hi guys, Alistair Taylor here, and today we're going to have a look how the TAYLORMADE PSi fits into the range of irons that include the RSi 1 and RSi 2. So I've had a lot of guys since I've done my review video for PSi asking exactly, is it replacing a model, is it fitting in between, and even with TAYLORMADE at the moment, like I said, PSI has only just launched, they're not really making it crystal clear where it fits in. So what I've decided we're going to do is I'm going to hit 6 real balls with RSi 1, RSi 2 and PSI. Give you some feedback as to kind of how they look and feel. We're going to look at some data from Flight Scope and see kind of which ones might replace which, does it fit in between them, and see which ones you guys might be looking at. So we can see when we look at the back of the clubs, you know, for me, PSI looks more like RSi 2 from the back. You know, RSi 1 looks very, very different. And then as we move across onto the face look, again, all models have got the face slots as well as a slot on the sole, but the face slots are a lot bigger on RSi 1 than they are on RSi 2, and the ones on PSI are the same size as RSi 2. So guys, we're going to start off with RSi 1 first off. Like I said, we're going to hit 6 shots, give you guys a little bit of feedback. I have done review videos on RSi 1 and 2 already, so I'm not going to talk too much about the specs. And I know from when I did the reviews, RSi 1 launches it high, hits it high, and very, very forgiving. So I'm expecting to be pretty consistent with these, but hit them very, very high. We are into the wind today. The wind's not strong, but it is cold today. Sun's out. It's kind of mid-October in the UK, so not renowned for being fantastically warm. And again, yeah, it's a while since I've hit the RSi 1s, but they do feel, you know, amazingly easy to hit. They're big, they're chunky, they're not going to be everyone's cup of tea in looks, but they really are so easy to hit. I'm going to hit last couple, and then going to switch into RSi 2. Maybe just a little bit out the toe, but that's still going great. One final one with RSi 1. Again, just very, very easy to hit. So I'm going to use the same shaft in all the clubs to try and keep it as consistent as we can. KBS Tor stiff shaft. Okay, so we look at the numbers at RSi 1. You know, a couple of really, really good strikes out there at nearly 170 carry. Bit of a miss at 150 carry. But as an average of 161, pretty good. 92 mile an hour is quite quick for me with 7-iron. Launching at 21, so launching quite high, and 124 feet overall. So hitting the ball very, very high with that club. So I'm going to pop the head off on RSi 1. And I've got the lie angle the same on all of these as well. Well, 1 degree upright of standard. So I'm going to put RSi 2 on there. Okay, so numbers for RSi 1 were pretty good. So 6 shots now with RSi 2. I mean, massively different looking, less offset, small, not as long a head. I mean, for me, looks much more like a player's club, RSi 2. And I think, you know, I remember testing this. I was very impressed. I like the look. I like the feel. I think it performed well. I did like PSI the other day when I actually tested them, but I haven't hit them comparing them to anything yet. I mean, noticeably lower ball flight with RSi 2 than 1. And again, still very, very forgiving. You know, still got face slots on the bottom. Again, just very, very easy to hit. So 3 more of these. Really, really good. And it didn't surprise me, we had a few guys got fitted this year for RSi that actually split the sets, had RSi 1s in the longer clubs and went RSi 2 in the shorter ones. Again, just very easy. And I mean, I'm only hitting 7 iron, so it's not necessarily the most challenging iron. But yeah, so easy to hit. And like I said, you know, noticeably lower ball flight with RSi 2. So looking at the numbers for RSi 2, longest carry of 166, shortest carry of 154. So actually a nice kind of tight dispersion there. Average carry 157, 160 total. Again, swinging around 92, which is good. Launching it quite a bit lower, 19.6. I think I was just over 21 with RSi 1 and 116 feet. So again, still quite high, but certainly lower than RSi 1. So we'll take the head off this one, pop onto PSi. And like I said, when I'm looking at the head for PSi I think looks more like RSi 2. But I'll be interested to see if it performs any different, if it feels any different. I know certainly with the design of the club, I think it's supposed to sound a little bit better this year. I can't say I didn't like the sound that RSi 2 made. Feels good. I mean, for me, it didn't sound massively different to RSi 2. Feels good. I mean, really, only a couple of shots there, but I'd personally struggle to tell the difference between this and RSi 2. I'd say it maybe doesn't feel quite as quick off the face, but that's a personal thing, and obviously we'll look at some numbers and see if that is the case. I'd be surprised if that was the case. I mean, it's still a phenomenally easy club to hit. Again, it's noticeably lower than RSi 1, but looks very, very similar to RSi 2's flight. Again, good. One final one with PSi. A little off balance, just stayed out to the right a touch. Okay guys, so when we look at the numbers for PSi, very, very tight grouping again. Longest carry of 165, shortest carry of 154. So dispersion-wise, down. Overall swung it just under 90, which is surprising because I use the same shaft in all 3 clubs. But again, launch angle's very similar at 19.5 to the RSi 2, and just hit it a little bit lower overall. Okay, so I mean, I've hit, you know, half a dozen good, solid, if not all really, really perfect strikes with the 3 irons. Let's look at some numbers overall, comparing the 3, see what comes out on top. Okay guys, so when we look at the 3 irons together, I mean, nothing in it. Carry-wise, 161, 160 and 157. Swing speeds were similar, ball striking was similar. PSi and RSi 2 spun it probably closer to where I would be looking, even though they launched it lower. But certainly for me, RSi 1 is the club for the guy who's looking to get the ball in the air and hit it high. PSi and RSi 2 perform almost identically. Okay guys, so we can see from the numbers on FlightScope, they perform very, very similar. You know, the key is for you guys, get fitted with whatever it is you're looking for. For me, certain models will still suit certain golfers. I mean, out of the three I've hit there, if you are somebody who struggles getting the ball in the air and needs a bit more height, RSi 1 is still going to be the club for you, I think. RSi 2 and PSi, I mean, almost identical in looks, feel, performance. Like I said, it's October and PSI has only just launched. On the TaylorMade website, they're still all current irons. If I was a betting man, I'd say probably PSI is going to replace RSi 2, but I could be wrong on that. If it's the case, I might do another video kind of early next year when there might be something different out, different irons. But certainly for me, where does it fit into the range? For me at the moment, PSI just replaces RSi 2. So guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you taking the time. Leave any comments below. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to cover, any swing tips or anything you'd like me to do. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Lots of hopefully quality content coming for you guys soon. Hopefully see some of you guys down at Heron's Reach in the future. Stay in contact.